Thanks for tuning into Electric Bike Journal. In this video, we're going to talk about some of the main contact points that you have with the bike, and that is the grips on your handlebars and the saddle in which you sit on. ERGON makes a bunch of different products, from grips for mountain bikes to touring bikes to fitness bikes, as well as saddles for all of that as well. We are going to do a change on the Orbea DM that we have here because there are a few things that we like to change to have the bike fit more to our liking. So the grips that came on the Orbea DM were totally fine grips, but we didn't think that they were going to last as long in the wetter conditions that we have here in the Pacific Northwest. You probably couldn't tell from that today because it's actually very sunny and very hot out, but we are trying to get this ready for the longer wet season that we have. I will show you in detail what the original Orbea DM grip looks like, more of a foam grip, and then I'm going to show the first grip that we're going to install to show you what that looks like is the ERGON GTL Touring Grip. So here is that stock grip that came on the Orbea DM. You can see it's got that foam texture to it, and the locking grip on there is on the left-hand side, so all you will have to do is undo that with the 3mm Allen, and you can get that grip right off of that bar. You can also see that it is a bit skinny, so it is kind of small compared to some of the other grips that we're going to show you today. So if you like a bigger grip, we got some options for you. So here is that ERGON GT1 grip. You can see how large it is. You can see all the rubber on there. Very grippy. That little position spot right there to put your thumb. And that bar end right there, you can take that off if you want to add an accessory like a mirror. That right there is where you will tighten the grip onto the bars. I'll show you my hand on there. You can see how much bigger it is and a few of the different positions that you can hold this with. So you can hold it pretty much and have a nice big spot for your palm to rest. You can put your thumb around there if you want, like that. Hold it like this if you really need. Just a big grip with a variety of positions that you can put your hand. Next up, we have the ERGON GP1 grip. So if you aren't looking to have such a large grip on there, this one is a little sleeker, but still gives you a big palm pad for if you want to rest your palm on there, and that feels more comfortable to you. And here's to show you that GP1 in my hand. They do use a medical grade rubber on there, so very solid, good material that should last a long time. And you can see it is a bit smaller than the last one that we used. And it's just cool to see they really went and used a lot of the feedback that they've had over the years to get the ergonomics nice and comfortable for your ride. Just grab it right there. It is nice. It has a good feel. Your palm does fit really well on this pad right here, and it has a really good grip to it. Doesn't feel like you're gonna slip if you get too sweaty or in the rain, and it is a very nice rubber. Last grip we're gonna show you today is the GS1 Evo. This is more of a touring and fitness level grip, they say, and it's definitely slimmer in profile, has that smaller palm pad on there, but still has that really nice rubber grip feel to it. Here is a closer look at that ERGON GS1 grip. Very solid grip. Like all the others, just has that smaller palm pad compared to the other ones. Give you a little more sporty feel. As you can see, the GS1 Evo is much slimmer than the other one. It still has that nice palm pad right there. You can see when you grip it, you do have a nice place for your palm to rest for when you are riding. And this has a nice, definitely not as cumbersome as the other ones, but you still get that comfort on the palm when you are holding on to it. And if you're going to be in the saddle a lot, having that is a nice place to rest your palm for those longer days on the bike. Here are all the grips, starting with the one that came on the DM at the top and the order that we put them on the bike. You can see the difference in the size. So there are many options that you can choose from when you are looking for grips for your electric bike. Like I mentioned earlier, you use an Allen key to take these off. The grips before used a 3mm bolt, and these ones use a 4mm bolt, but I have these awesome tools from Feedback Sports that came in a nice kit that I have, and these are really convenient to have around if you're looking to do some basic maintenance on your electric bike. Grips can definitely be a very personal choice, and for me, out of those 3, actually 4 compared to the stock ones, I am gonna stick with the ERGON GS1. I like the slimness of them, and they are all black, which is more aesthetic looking for this bike right here. Just want everything to look nice, you know? Another accessory ERGON makes that could be pretty beneficial for those that are commuting every day and just want to have a nice line of sight at what's behind them, and that is a rear view mirror. Now, this will work with most of the ERGON grips, and it does work with the grips that we have, and it's very easy to install. All you have to do is slide that into the bar end right there and tighten that in there, and you can adjust the angle to what will work for you when you are riding down the road. Here is that mirror that they make. You pop that little cap off right there and you tighten that into your bar, and then you have a rear view mirror on your bike. Now, a saddle is a very personal choice for you, as everyone has a different body and the way they like to sit on the bike. And one important thing is that your sit bone width. So if you don't know your sit bone width from previous bikes or something like that, it will be beneficial to go to a local bike shop and you can get that measured. That way you will know if you are between a small and a large, or a large and extra large, or if the saddle company that you're wanting to get a saddle has specific sizes, you can go ahead and get that saddle that fits your sit bones correctly. Luckily for us, ERGON makes a bunch of different saddles, and I do know what my sit bone width is from buying many different saddles in my lifetime. The Orbea DM came with a good saddle on there and a reputable brand, Cell Royale, but it just wasn't the right fit for me, and it doesn't have that cutout which I like to have in the saddle for when I am spending a longer time on the bike. I will show you a difference between these saddles side by side so you can see the difference in the shapes. They are subtle, but they are different. Here is the Cell Royale saddle, the ERGON saddle. Here are those saddles side by side with that ERGON SR All-Road on the left and the stock one that came on the DM on the right. You can see that it has the cutout right there, which will help with some blood flow and just a little bit of airflow. And you can see the shape is slightly different. The nose of the saddle is much skinnier towards the front, and it is more pointed versus the Cell Royale, which has a boxier shape to it. So those are just a few things that you can do to upgrade the contact points of your bike, from the saddle to the grips. It really isn't that hard to do, and you really, if you don't know exactly what you want, might want to go to a bike shop to get a feel for everything. Like mentioned before, you do want to get those sit bones measured so you can pick the right seat for you, because you're going to want the most comfortable seat if you're going to be taking this seriously and putting in a lot of miles. These products from ERGON, with these grips having so many different options, starting at around $38, you can go from very fat with a lot of positions on there, or slimmer like this. They even do make mountain bike grips, so if you want to get something really skinny for your bike, you can get those. It is important to have nice grips on there to up that comfort level of riding so you enjoy riding more, and also to have a nice grip in acclimate weather. If it is raining, you don't want to have your hands slip on there, or if you're just very sweaty from a hot summer day, these grips will help you have a nice handle on your bike to give a more comfortable ride. Thank you for watching. We hope this helped you understand a little bit more about the contact points of your bike. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. See you in the next one.